Well, guys, what did you see film-wise? Walking back to that on Sunday?
Yeah, I think, just a lot of opportunities missed. There's guys open that I missed, and, I think just having to play within myself and taking one play at a time, don't look ahead, don't look back, and, a lot of opportunities missed, frustrating in that aspect of it, but a lot of good things too, so, I think our guys are confident. Again, just a great job by our defense keeping us in the game.
When Davante says you're not freaking out, he's not freaking out, the team's not freaking out, what's that say to you about the confidence that your teammates have in you?
Yeah, it's that's been something that we've talked about before. Has been huge for me. Is just the unwavering confidence that they give me, and guys are vocally and how they act just super supportive, and it's much appreciated by me. I'm obviously a rookie, so I'm figuring it out, and the guys have come along by my side and helped me in that way. So yeah, Davante as the leader he is, it's huge when a guy like that is, has an attitude like how he does.
There's been so much about the energy, the vibe, the last couple of weeks, since Antonio's been around. How do you maintain that? What have you seen from the team, I guess, in terms of dealing with a loss at that same level? And I guess, how do you maintain that after losing a game?
Yeah, I think, guys just really want to win, and I think that's where the energy and the passion came from. And so I don't think that changes after a loss. And so I think guys are, want to get back to work, want to lock in and understand, in the NFL it's, just good games and good teams after the other. And obviously we're playing a really good team this week. And so guys, I think, are just excited to get back to work.
As a rookie, what do you know about Chiefs week, being a Raider?
Yeah, you can feel it pretty early on, and even been talked about in the offseason. Obviously, they're defending champs, and so it's going to take high level of execution and, like we talked about, passion and energy, and we're going to have to play a really good game because they're a great team.
You watch the film, what are some things that you believe you can do but also the team can do on kind of third down situations, kind of ease the process?
Yeah, I think, before we get to third down is helping ourselves out in first and second down and not being behind the sticks. Second and long is hard to play from. It's hard to call plays from. And so trying to stay ahead of the sticks and, manage the game better, I think, is something I'm trying to do, trying to learn. How to just put ourselves in good situations. And third down, it's those are hard downs to win. The pressure is amped up, and execution is at a premium. So I think just putting pressure on ourselves throughout the week on when we go over third downs to understand the importance of it and the reason behind what we do.
The first couple of starts you had, you're trying to look for first downs, kind of look for completions, but you started airing it out a little bit in Miami. How much would you say you have that confidence moving forward into your arm and kind of making plays like that as you kind of progress through the season?
Yeah, I think you just got to take what the defense gives you, and sometimes there's opportunities down the field, and sometimes there's not, and so that's really my job is to assess quickly if the opportunity down the field presents itself and if it's a good option. If not, find something underneath. And so that's something, it's not unique to me as a quarterback. That's what the quarterback's job is, and so that's what I'm trying to do on a week-to-week basis.
I know he's not an old guy, but throughout your college career at least, Patrick Mahomes has been the standard, right? He's been the best quarterback in the world. Like, can you process, you're starting against him on Sunday? Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's definitely very cool. Obviously, Patrick has had an unbelievable amount of success and is a great player, and so everybody knows him. He's super famous and, like I said, a great player, and so it's really gonna, like I said, take our execution offensively to try to do our job on a play-to-play basis.
Excuse me if I butcher his last name, but there's a guy, George Kalafis, that you are pretty familiar with on the other side. How cool is it going to be to go up against him?
Yeah, I am good friends with George. Was at Purdue for the whole time. I guess I doubled George in Purdue years, but was there the whole time that he was. And he's a great guy, a great player. I always thought, back in the day, I'm super happy I don't have to get tackled by this guy. And, it's going to be fun to play him. I'm already texting with him a little bit, so it's been super fun.
What do you think of Keelan Cole as a teammate?
I don't really like Keelan very much. Just Keelan is one of the guys who welcomed me pretty early on. You can go away for this part. He welcomed me pretty early on, in all seriousness. He's a super funny guy, and he, like I said, in the spring, I was throwing a lot of balls to him, and before I knew what was really going on around here, he kind of took me under his wing and helped me a lot, and just some days would just put his arm around me and be like, hey, it's okay. It's hard. It's the NFL. So.
Now that we know you can talk trash a little bit, have the texts with George been cordial? Or are you guys going at each other a little bit?
They've been cordial. It's going to be fun to see him. I haven't seen him in a while, and so yeah, a lot of good memories with George. Just like I said, an unbelievable player, and yeah, it's just going to be. I'm super proud of him. You know, as a friend to all the success he's had. Obviously, to win the Super Bowl as a rookie is pretty cool. So it'll be fun to see him.
Where'd you watch the game last night?
At home on the couch.
Good. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Davante, you guys have 4 out of your last 6 at home. You're 4-1 at home, and it felt like the last 2 games, the fans and you guys were kind of feeding off of each other. Did you guys sense that, and how important is that to get that kind of support from your fans?
It's huge. I mean, we came out, obviously it was at a critical point with a lot of things going on with the team, so it was just kind of right on time, you know, having them show up and be loud in there for us. So us connecting with them, you know, we feed off them and vice versa. So we obviously got to give them a lot to cheer for, and that's the plan. So, but what we've had the last few games at home has been big for us, and we're gonna need that moving forward to, you know, keep protecting that home field.
As part of, you know, the Raiders have only been here 4 years, so it's still kind of new. But you know, how important is it for you to kind of be part of what turns around this Allegiant Stadium into a place that's really a bad place for opponents to come to?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm here for. I came here with the intentions of, you know, making it tough on teams coming in this building and not making it a friendly place to play. And you know, the Oakland, that's how it's been historically. Everybody coming there, they already knew they were going to have to deal with the fans, and you know, we're starting to feel that from our fans now. So we just got to continue to do our part on, you know, the team wise to make sure we applying that pressure and making it a not a fun place to come here and play.
Davante, what are you seeing from Aidan O'Connell just in his few starts in terms of his development as he's getting more settled into being a starter?
A lot of good. Obviously, a lot of things he can learn from as well. That comes with playing quarterback in his league. You know, those are those. You know, I think somebody said to me after the game, growing pains of playing this position, and you know, it's the toughest one to play. But he's done a great job, made some big strides since when he first got here, and you know, just continuing to evolve and learn. And I think that's the biggest part, that you got to be willing to be hard on yourself, which he clearly is. And I think, you know, everybody, you know, in this building and outside the building sees that he's that way on himself. And you know, he just wants to be, you know, as good of a player as he can for this team. So he's, you know, he's not like a rookie, as I've said before. It's a lot of things that he does that are very vet-like, and it's going to give him that advantage moving forward. And he's got to stay with it, and we got to do our part to help him.
What about another rookie that's kind of become a big part of your offense here in the last few weeks, Michael Mayer? What stands out about him?
Another one. I mean, a really mature guy came in and got, you know, a good dose of Max Crosby to kind of show him, you know, what the NFL is all about. And, you know, there's not going to be many guys out there that can, you know, emulate what Max does every day in practice for him. So having those type of reps and taking it as serious as he does, you know, making big plays in these games. And, you know, he's been a big part of our offense, you know, especially over the past few weeks. So we just got to, you know, keep feeding him, and he's got to keep doing what he's doing. But it's very promising from what I've seen from him. Asks a lot of questions, and you can tell he's very detailed, and that's what you have to have in this offense.
Not sure if you watched the game last night, but if you do, as a player, how do you approach watching a game, especially when the opponent is the next opponent for you guys?
Well, when I watch on TV, I just watch the game. You know, sometimes I pay more attention than other times, but if it's an opponent that I'm going to play, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to watch the tape, and I'm going to really dive into that. So I typically like to watch like a fan. I oftentimes catch myself watching like an opponent sometimes. You know, be a couple replays, but for the most part, just try to enjoy it. My family don't like when I sit there and rewind the tape. Even my wife will watch me watching tape, and she'll sit there and try to watch it, but I'm replaying the play 15 times before it even starts. So I try to just watch it and enjoy it as much as I can.
What have you seen from the Chiefs when you watched them last night and then again today on
I mean, it's the same team that they've been. I mean, and I mean that from a respectful standpoint. It's been, you know, they got a lot of weapons, a lot of guys on both sides of the ball that are impact players, and you know, we gotta make sure we come and bring our hard hat playing against a team like that. You know, they're the champs for a reason. We got to do what we got to do to, you know, stop that. But you know, we just got to put our best foot forward and go out there and do what we got to do. And you know, we know what it takes. It's just about executing it, and it's a lot easier said than done. But you know, we got a good plan right now. We just got to find a good way to, you know, nail that down throughout the week and come in on Sunday ready.
always hear about the Raiders-Chiefs rivalry. You've been through it a couple times now as a player. Do you feel it out there? Does it manifest on the field? Is there an extra intensity for these games?
Yeah, you can definitely feel it. It's definitely something extra. And, for the way that they've historically won that battle, you would think that it wouldn't be as much because I think, the way we would approach the Bears game when I was in Green Bay, it wasn't like, oh, my God, like we got to get up for the Bears. It was like a disrespectful approach almost. And sometimes you feel that from them out there, which, at the end of the day, they play it how they want to play it. And then sometimes you feel that they treat it and, they kind of respect that game and they take it real serious. So those are good battles and, it's two good teams going at it. So we just got to do our part, make sure we come out on top.
You're a dad, obviously. Thanksgiving's coming up. The holidays are coming up. How important is it for you to play that part and play that role to your young family?
I mean, it's everything. It's my birthday being Christmas Eve. I wasn't the biggest Christmas fan growing up, so Thanksgiving and now Father's Day are my two top ones, and I definitely love that that role I get to play in their life, and watching them just develop every day is something that's beautiful to me. So having this family time, having family around to be able to witness what I'm seeing every day is big for me.
Davante, you guys have had a few more explosive plays over the last 3 weeks. I'm curious as to what that does and how that impacts the offense in a positive way.
Well, I mean, it's just a lot less plays you got to run. It's pretty simple. Simply put, the more you can make big plays, you go down there. That makes a lot less third downs you got to convert. It's just a lot less room for error. So we go out there and hit big plays, put ourselves in position to at least have 3. That's the mindset. But we've had 3 too many times this year and last, so we want to try to do everything we can to turn those into 7 this for the remainder of this year. And I think we got some good stuff in to potentially make that the case. So we just got to execute it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.